by fire. You just throw them in the middle of it, right? It's great. That's how you. Okay, here we go. So let's do a drawing really quick. And in a minute, we'll do a drawing online. I'm going to let the people get online first and actually give them a minute to get on, and then we'll do an online drawing. Huh? Yeah, you do. Hold on.
I think I know.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, she learned just like that. Okay, last four numbers are 8105. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So welcome to everybody on Zoom. We're excited to have you. Congratulations on an awesome September. It's Record Breaker Month. Okay, so I have not this year done any training on what does record breaker mean. So I want to guys a little bit about what record breaker even means. It's Tupperware once a year. They give us 1 month where they challenge us to break our record. It is October is it's statistically the last 5-6 years it's been our biggest month of the entire year. They give us the most sales, the most host bonuses, and the most extra stuff for us. So they challenge us to break our record, and then they give us all the pieces of the puzzle that we need to do it, right? So they give you incentives, they give you tools, they give you all the things that a host would want, so they're going to have more parties, like all of the things you need to make it successful. And so they're challenging you to break your all-time record. They have a wall at Tupperware, and last few years, all they've done is posted the rock on, like the teams that broke the record. But this year, I saw a video of Peter and Cheryl, and he said they were going to post everybody. They were going to do a whole wall of everybody that broke their record. So that's kind of a big deal, right? I mean, because how fun is it to go to Jubilee and go find your name on the wall? It's like the funnest thing, right? You go looking for it, you go hunting. I hate it when they're not alphabetical, I'm just saying. We would, but I'm not in charge. Every once in a while they do things alphabetical. I will say, for those of you that have not heard me talk about them, I have talked to the new president. He called me the other day and we talked. I'm a fan. I'm going to say I'm a fan. And that's a big statement coming from me because I always go in with an open mind, but I'm a hard sell. And in a very short period of time, he and I jived on every single thing that we talked about, and that's almost unheard of. I was like, oh. So the things I feel passionate about that affect you guys and our business, and he was right in line with me. Yes, 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 yes. And then what if we fix this, and what if we do that? And I was like, oh, thank you. So I'm super excited about what he's got in store for us. I'm super excited about Q4. I'm excited about, you saw a little bit of the changes already. For those of you that didn't hear or didn't see me go live and explain it. So for October, he has made a change that to step up to manager, whether you were a manager or you are or never were a manager or whatever, he's removed the requirement of 3 active personal recruits. You need 3 personal recruits and they can't be inactive when they're in the red. What he was finding is there'd be people that were so close and they had 5. And he said, I'm going to remove this out and I'm going to he said, I'm going to test this out, and I put them in my boobs. That was the answer last time. He said, I'm going to test this out and see, and if we can blow it up in managers. So here's, for me personally, when I see them do something that we want, and I like this. Hello, hello, hello. Am I here?
Need another boob adjustment from Candy.
Thank you, Candy, for that. I love you too. How's my boobs now? Okay, so Peter, the new president, made a change, and he made a change for, he changed it for October. So starting in October, and he's just doing this for Q4. So this is just till the end of the year, and then they're going to assess the results. So what this tells me is I want to give him data. I want him to know that I love this change. It's what we need. And if we give him good results, we have a shot at maybe some permanent changes, right? Because they're going to go back and reassess. He is not necessarily the end all. He has to, go to the powers that be. But if we don't believe that these results make any difference, then we won't get what we want, right? So what the changes that I'm super excited about is for managers, and that is to step up to manager, and it's the same for star and exec. Right now, for manager, you need 3 personal recruits that are active, 2,500 team sales, 500 personal sales in a month. He removed those 3 personal recruits to be active, to step up. So if you have the 2,500 team sales and you have the 3 recruits, even if they're not all active, as long as they're not inactive, and you have that 500 personal sales, you can step up. Because I have people on the team with 6,000 team sales and 500 personal sales and don't have the 3 active people, and I'm dying a little on the inside for them. Like, come on, they're trying. And I realize that here's what I know about things too. Sometimes when you remove the pressure, you're free to succeed. It's this funny little thing of, since I don't have to, now I can. And it's a little messed up thing about your brains. But I love you all anyway. Sometimes I'm like, duh! Like if you do, like, you can do this, right? And I think sometimes just removing the you have to makes it so that you're free to. So what I want to do, and this is why I told you guys I threw out the 50 new managers in October. If we do that, I will raffle off. I'm going to purchase myself a set of cookware and ship it to 1 lucky new manager. Can you be somebody that re-steps back up again? Absolutely. I want everybody to be manager. 500 in sales is, personal, 2,500 team sales, that's 5 $500 parties. That's 1.25 parties a week. This is doable, guys. You do need the 3 recruits, but they don't all have to get active. Now, do I want them active? Yes. But if we're working on it and we're not quite there yet, that's okay. So I'm super, super, super stoked about this. You guys, when you step up to manager, you triple your business. This is huge. This is how we all grow. The squeals and the excitement. I can put every manager in this room up here. And when I ask you what's the favorite thing about your business, you always tell me it's your team. Every single time. I'm not saying we don't love the product, and I'm not saying we love all in the party and all of those things, but every time I bring a manager up and I say, what's your favorite thing about your business? They always say it's my team. How do you get team? It's the recruits, right? Like it's all the things that make this business fun and exciting is what this is. So I want to personally blow this out of the water in October because I want to show them, thank you for doing this. Please continue it. We want this to always be this way. I don't know that it will always be this way. I know we have a Q4 shot at it, but I can guarantee you that if Rock On comes and blows it out of the water and they see all this growth, I have a talking point. I have validity. And when I go talk, and you know me, I don't keep my mouth shut. I'm up in their business 24/7. Like, this is working, this isn't working. I'll be up in their business of, can we please leave this? As you can see, we went from, I don't know how many new managers we had in September. Let's say it's 10. We went from 10 to 50. Clearly something's working. Can we please leave it alone and let it work? That's what I'm going to ask, right? And I'm loud. I smile, but I make sure I get heard. And I need the data to support what I have to say. So I'm super excited about Record Breaker because, oh my gosh, I feel like we have this huge opportunity that we haven't had before. Never, ever in my history of selling Tupperware has there not been rules on getting people active. Ever. So this is not like, oh, haha, whatever, it's no big deal. It's huge. So let's capitalize on it. You get a brand new person. What did I tell you guys? Well, it was before we were on Zoom. So I'll give the data to everybody in the room. 68% of new recruits come from new recruits. So how are you going to build your team? You're going to get a new recruit, and then you're going to go to your new recruit, and you're going to say, hey, who do you know that should do this? And they're excited. They don't know any different. They'll run and go, okay, I'll go grab my friend Chrissy. Come on, Chrissy. And she's like, I don't know, but sure, okay. And then Chrissy, who do you know? And Chrissy goes, I don't know. I'll grab Lisa. Okay. And that's just what you do. That's how you grow. And when we don't have all these super intense rules on what has to be done, I think we have the opportunity to just sell and grow. And we will recruit because we don't have to. That's kind of beautiful about that. I love it. So anyway, I'm excited about it. Can you tell? Hopefully you can tell. I'm all working triple time on, we're going to blow this up. We're going to have managers coming out to Kazoo because we're gonna. That's it. I'm passionate about it. So if you have a rock star person on your team with 1,000 in sales already, she better be your next new manager. I'm just saying, you got 3 more weeks. There's to me no good reason why she can't be your next new manager. If she has parties, we can have recruits. And if you know how to recruit and your team doesn't, then here's what you do. You give them the words. So here's, proactively contact your team. If they don't contact you, you proactively contact them. I say, listen, you've got 1,000 in sales, and there's brand new, oh, and by the way, in October, anybody that steps back up gets the $100 bonus again too. Yeah. So if you were already a manager, fell out, Tupperware is giving you the $100 step up bonus, which is not normal. Normally, if you step back up again, you don't get the step up bonus again. So and that's just for October, not for the whole Q4. So anybody that used to be a manager, let's step them back up. Hey, if you left $100 on the counter at Fred Meyer's when you checked out cash and you drove all the way home, would you turn around and drive back and get it? Yes, you would. And you would find that $100 and you'd track that down, right? So why on earth would you leave $100 on the table now? Like, why? Track that down. Go get it. And if you haven't gotten it yet, go get it. It's an extra $100, right? Okay. So I'm passionate about that, obviously. So I want to have a huge record breaker. If you don't have a goal, so here's a stat for you. I love stats, by the way, in case you didn't know. There people in some sort of a program with a goal. So if you have a goal that you are set for and that you're shooting for, those people do 30% better than people with no goal. Because if you don't know where you're going, you'll probably end up somewhere else, right? Fact. But if you have a goal, my record breaker goal is 6,000. And you go tear it up and you're going after it, 6,003 recruits or whatever your goal is, let's just say. And let's say you land at 5,000, but your biggest month to date before that was 2,000. What is that? That's called a win. Maybe you didn't hit the 6,000, but because you had a goal, where you landed, it's like shoot for the moon, land among the stars, right? Like where you land because you have a goal is significantly better than where you land because without any goal. Because if you just, well, whatever, I'll do my bet. This is my favorite one. It's my pet peeve when I ask somebody, what's your goal? I'm just going to give it my best shot. That is like not nice words to Kirsten. Okay. Like, that frustrates me. I'll do my best. Fantastic. That's what I say when I'm telling my children that sure, I'll do my best on doing something that I'm not really going to do. Like, mommy will do her best. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. Whatever it is you're trying to get me to do. Right. So you don't want to have a goal. I want a goal. If your goal is just 1,000 and that is what is big and huge for you and that's what you can do, then that's fine. You go for it. But you guys know that if it doesn't make you feel like you're a little bit sick to your stomach and you want to puke, it's not really going to change you, right? It's not going to move you. If you can just do it, it's a task. It's not a goal. There's a difference, right? You guys all know that? There's a difference between a goal and a task. If I go, oh, it's $1,000 and I do $1,000 all the time, that's not a goal. That's just a task. That's just checking things off. If it's 2,500 and you've never done more than 1,200, that's fantastic. That's a goal. If it kind of makes you want to hurl, it's perfect, right? If it's not barf-tastic, it's not a goal. And we need barf-tastic goals for Record Breaker because here's why I'm going to push you in October to be huge and to be amazing is you're going to go into the fall having the best fall selling season ever if you push it in October. Like that's really what happens. I'm going to do my best in October, you're going to be like, meh, and then you're going to be like, why do I have no business in November and December? Because you did your best in October. No, you didn't. No, but I'm just saying, but if you go tear it up in October, you're going to come out loud and proud. You're going to feel strong and fierce and brave and ready to attack your business. And oh my gosh, look at that. I have parties on my books in November and this business is fun. And oh my gosh, I have 8 new team members because I did 12 parties. And oh my gosh, and you know what? This business is fun. And when this business is fun, it's much more fun to work it. When you're doing stuff, when you're scrambling and I don't have any parties and you have an empty day book, this business isn't fun. It's not fun to do that. It's not fun to scramble. I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's not the fun version of this. This business is fun when you're growing. And you're like, oh my gosh, I have all these parties, all these people, I can barely keep up. And I'm like, oh, rough life, right? That's the fun. That's when it's fun.
I actually had someone check in with me from another direct sales company. I told her this, and she was like crying at me. And I said,
See, I'm just saying, like, that's when it's fun, when and people love to watch you succeed when you're growing and you almost can't keep up. That's a fun life. I'm just saying, right? Like that's what we all want. And that's what pays for Christmas.
Yes.
Okay. And in the end, when we boil it all down, nobody does it for the money, but we all do it for the money. I'm just saying, the money may not be what motivates you, but nobody doesn't cash the check. And we all love to spoil the people that we love. There's not a person in this room, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's a person in this room that doesn't love to spoil the people they love. And how fun is it to have an extra $500 or have an extra $1,000 or have an extra $200 or whatever it takes to do something extra special that is above and beyond for people that you love? That's what makes us happy. When I can give to somebody that can never repay it and I can surprise somebody, that is my favorite. That's what warms my heart. That's the kind of things I love to do. And so by tearing it up in October, you're going to have a great November and a great December, and you're going to have a wonderful Christmas with your family, and you're going to have a great next year. So why do we want to have an amazing record breaker right now? For all of those things. So not just for right now, but I do want you to come out of right now awesome, but that's how you do it. If you wait till November to have the party, you don't actually ever have it. I'm just saying, that's how it works. If you don't do it in the next 2 to 3 weeks, it doesn't happen. Somebody's gets in a car crash or their dog throws up or, you know, you got to bury your dead turtle. I don't know, you know, like whatever it is, but stuff happens. But if you just do it now while you're excited, that's when the parties happen and when it's exciting. Okay. So any questions about Record Breaker? Do you have any questions online about Record Breaker? Are we good? Miss Meyer? Do we have any questions online about Record Breaker? Are we good? We're good? You answered them all? Perfect. I love it. Okay. So I want to really quickly go through a few things in the Record Breaker flyer. You guys have some bonus stuff that's going on that's really kind of exciting, and I want to just touch on it. One of my favorites is, so here's the thing about, excuse me, parties. You want to, there's a thumbprint of a party, and that is you want an equal parts selling, equal parts recruiting, and equal parts booking parties. If you don't do equal parts, you'll have a $1,000 party with no bookings. And while that's great for today, you too can sell Tupperware. A $1,000 party is great for today. If you have, I don't sell Princess House. So there's, if a $1,000 party is great for today, but it does no good for the future if there's no bookings off of it. And we want a party for today and for the future. So you always want something amazing that you need to buy today because it isn't something that you can use your free and half price credit for. So I want to show you what you can buy today. I want to show you why you need to have a party to get things for free and half price. And I want to show you why it would be amazing to join my team. Because if there's 10 people in the room, the direct sales stats say that 1 out of 10 people in the United States join some sort of in-home direct sales type business. So that means there's one person at your party always that's interested. She may not know that she's interested, so it's your job to tell her why Tupperware would be a good choice. It's not your job to stalk her. It's your job to tell her why Tupperware might be a good choice and let her make a decision. So you need to show them what they need to buy today, show them what they need for free and half price and why they want to have a party, and that's Fridge Smart, Vent and Serve, cookware, things like that, right? And then show them why they might want to join your team. And when you show them why they might want to join your team, you're only talking to 1 or 2 of them. You just don't know which 1 or 2 it is. So but if you don't do all the pieces, you miss things. This is what you want to buy today. This is the most beautiful set of Vatsibles we may have ever come out with, I have to say. It is so pretty. I love it. And they, okay, so here is the 5-piece set is these up. These 2 are the 2-piece sets, and I haven't posted it yet, but I'm going to continue the 2-piece set for another week.
$39.
Yes. Are you welcome? Are you excited about that?
Yeah.
You're welcome. Yes. I just saw it last night at like 11 o'clock. They announced that they were going to continue it for a week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think they announced that. I need to announce it to you, but I'm here. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll announce. But anyway, the number is going to work. So they're going to continue with the same number. So the 2-piece set should continue to work. I think it's just for 1 more week. I have the data at home. But I want to talk about the 5-piece set. Okay. So the value on it's right here. These 5. The value, I should just separate them myself. There we go. Honestly, these are the prettiest ones too. I didn't say that out loud though. The value on one set, so the value is $86. It's $49 for a 5-piece set or $89 for 2 sets. So what's the price? Can somebody do math for me? What's the price on, what's 49 divided by 5? Is that 10 a piece? Roughly 10, a little less than 10 a piece. And then 89 is what? Because it's a little cheaper.
980 is
Of 89 or 49?
Oh,
No,
49.
should be, what's,
No, 49.
yeah, 49 would be 980. And then what's 89? Okay.
Divided by 10.
By 10.
890.
$8.90. So they go down a dollar per bowl. That's actually kind of significant, especially when you think about this one is what, 20, 25, 26 by itself. So if you're getting these bowls for $8.90 a piece, and I always tell people, even if you don't think you want all these pieces, go in with a girlfriend, but beware. These bowls will be gone and you can't get more from me and you're going to be sad. So if you make that choice, and you are certainly welcome to make that choice, know that you were warned, because I'm going to say I told you so later. And I just tell them that, just like that. And they laugh at me and I go, here's the deal. Here's why. Because people go, oh, I don't know if I'm going to need 2 of those big ones. Well, you do, and here's why. And if you stack them, you can stack them. I double stack them like this, so it's not like it takes up more space in the cupboard, because if you double stack them, the other one's right here. This one, and you can double stack the whole set twice. You don't always need 2 of them, but when you do, it's really, really, really nice. And it's not that often, but super awesome when you need it. It's just one of those things when you're doing a big thing of potato salad and a big thing of Caesar salad, or a big thing of, whatever the big thing is that you do in your house, or you're baking if Christmas time and you have all these big bowls of stuff. I went through a season of football where I had to bring cut up oranges for the football team, and this was the best bowl ever. But then I needed the other bowl for other things. Or one of the times when he had a football team, he had like 40 of them. I needed 2 huge bowls of cut up oranges. And I was like, oh, this is so much oranges. But when you need them, it's really nice. So you may think you don't need 2, but the rest of these all the time in your life. Like I've told you, I'll tell it again, but this is my favorite of all bowls in the history of bowls, because this is the Smut TV bowl. Everybody has a channel, right? Mine's The Bachelor. Don't judge. I'm saying, when you watch The Bachelor, Heidi watches it too, so she can't even laugh at me anymore. Peter's the next Bachelor, just in case you wanted to know. It's okay. Anyway, she should have picked Tyler, but whatever. So when you watch that show, you just want to check out on life. And just check out on life. And it may be all fake and it doesn't even matter. You don't really care. You're imagining yourself as Peter's girlfriend, and that's all that really matters, right? And you want to eat said food. You're laughing because you know I'm right. And you want to eat said food, and you don't want to focus on food. You need a spewing radius, right? So you can just eat, like whether it's ice cream, whether it's salad, whether it's popcorn, whether it's whatever it is, you just want to do this and get lost in the show. It's like the 1 hour once a week of I just want to disappear from life. You need this bowl. I'm just saying. It's the best bowl ever. It's also the bowl when I'm making a personal salad, when I toss the salad, Caesar salad or regular salad. It's the perfect size to toss the salad, because I'm not going to eat that much salad, because dear heavens, that would be so much. But it's enough space to actually toss the salad, which I like. This one is enough space for I'm making salad for a bunch of people and tossing it. I don't need the biggest one necessarily unless it's a lot of people. But if I'm just doing it for my family, this is the perfect size. They're so pretty. This is also exactly a double batch of waffles or a double batch of pancakes if you go by the Better Homes and Gardens recipe. So FYI. It's the perfect bowl. I'm just saying. And it's very sad to me when it's not available or not available well. And so it's so exciting to me. So you need 2, because I have 2 going almost all the time. They're in the dishwasher all the time. So you'd be really sad if you gave away the other set and you only have 1. And then your spewing bowl is in the dishwasher when you need it. I'm just saying. And, dare I say, just want 2 of these because one's the puke bowl that you leave in the garage and one's the regular bowl you use in the kitchen. I'm just saying. Pretty these look inside each other, though. Isn't that pretty? They're just pretty. And when bowls are pretty, it makes your heart happy. I'm just saying. And don't say, I'm right? Right? Because you're going to pull them out and be like, oh, those are so pretty. And then you're going to grab one and use it. And then the next day, oh, those are so pretty. And then you're going to pull it out and like it. Because that's what happens. So everybody needs a set of these, probably 2 sets. They're $1 cheaper. I always say you can give these as gifts if you want to buy 4 sets. These are fantastic presents. You give this one a lot, and you give this one to the person you like a little, right? There's a little trick for Christmas time. These are the best hostess gifts. You have to invite it to somebody's house and you need to bring something, bring a bowl. They lose their minds when I show up with a bowl. I had to go to one of Kirk's work parties back when he worked at Verizon, and we had to go to somebody's house, and I showed up with like a 2 bowl set or whatever. I think that his boss's wife lost her mind. She was like squealing and whatever, and I'm like, calm down. It wasn't that exciting, right? Like, what did I do with the lid? I like lost it. There it is. So the trick to this, and it took me 10 years to figure out, I'm going to save you the 10 years of my pain. When you go to put the bow on this, put the bow around the lid and then seal it, and the bow stays in place. If you try to put it around the bowl, you will swear at this bowl. Very horrible things will come out of your mouth because it makes you very angry. So when you go to give this as a gift, you just put a bow on it. You don't need to shrink wrap it. A bow is fine, right? Like, I mean, you can go shrink wrap it if you want, but that's just a lot of work for nothing. Nobody cares. They're just going to put it in their cupboard. So put a bow on it, but put the bow around the lid and then seal the bow right into the bowl. And then the bow stays put. Took me 10 years to figure that out. I was in Minnesota at my friend Robin, who sells Tupperware's party, and I watched her do it, and I was like, oh. It's like I watched it, I was like, you just put the, because for years I'd been trying to put the bows around the thing, they slide all over, and I'm like, piece of, right? I hate, right? Yeah, just put the bow around the lid. You're welcome. There. So that's really what you want to sell at a Tupperware party. You want to sell these bowl sets. You want to sell them as gifts. You want to sell them as put them in your kitchen. If you have bowls and they're white with blue lids and they're from the 80s, it's time to toss them and get some pretty ones. Do you know why? Because you can. Sometimes you buy new Tupperware because you can. My mom had salt and pepper shakers that were so old and white they were yellow, and you know what I'm talking about? Not really yellow, but yellow. Ew. And she's like, but these are perfectly good. And I gave her new ones. And I'm like, and I took the old ones and went over and put them in the trash, which was like horror, right? She's had them since I was a baby. And I'm like, sometimes you buy new Tupperware because you can. She's like, these are so pretty. I know, right? So you sometimes have to tell people at a party. It's like you need to give them permission. It's kind of like sometimes you paint a room because you can. Well, we painted it 20 years ago. I know, right? Sometimes you paint it again because you can, right? And then another things that are in the flyer that I would definitely show is this is a fantastic thermos, and it's so pretty, and it's sparkly. I know you can't see this on Zoom, but it's sparkly. Isn't this great? You can show you guys all of the features of it. It's our double wall like our thermos, so it keeps things crazy hot. Like burn your mouth out hot, by the way. Be careful. Like, if you put it in here really hot, you might want to just give it a minute or two of breathing so you don't just like fry yourself. I'm just saying, it's so effective, it's almost a little too effective. And if you burnt yourself with coffee before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So we want it to keep it hot. It's almost a little too awesome. So this is great for, I saw, I think it was Whitney, one of our directors, Whitney. She took the thermos, this was genius, put boiling hot water in it, and she was out to dinner, and she needed to warm up the bottle, and she poured the boiling hot water into the lid, or no, that's not it. She just opened the thermos and stuck the bottle in it, and it warmed the milk up at the table, and I was like, oh my gosh. She just used one of the thermoses, yeah. And I was like, that's genius. You know how many times that would have come in so handy for me while traveling, like you're in a car or you're whatever, you know what I mean? You're trying to warm up milk or anyway, formula, whatever. Or you're trying to make cereal for a baby or do all the things that we do in a microwave. They really don't recommend that you use microwaves for babies because of the hot pockets because it heats unevenly and their little tiny mouths are so sensitive. So what a fantastic way to have hot milk. I mean, or hot water or hot whatever. But same kind of thing with this. And plus it's pretty. So anytime I can go somewhere and it's pretty. It also keeps things cold for a really long time. So, I mean, listen, if you took this to the pool and it was full of a ginormous lemon drop, nobody's going to judge because nobody's going to know it's full of a ginormous lemon drop. That's all I'm saying. Like, but that is a fantastic lemon drop. I'm just saying. Like, you could do some damage with this thing. That's all I'm saying. So you can do whatever you want with it. But I mean, think of all the fun things you could do with it. And, like, who's going to look at your thermos? I mean, right? You could take it to a park. Not supposed to have open containers. It's a thermos, right? Okay, so those are my favorite. There's lots of fun things in this flyer. I'm going to have Heidi come up really quick, and she has done some really good marketing with the sets, and so I'm going to have her come talk about this for just a second because I think these are really important. And then while I'm back there, I'll do a couple drawings. Sound like a good idea? Now that I have these in the... Oh, you did? Oh, then I don't need to do it.
They're on the notebook right there.
Oh, Heidi already drew winners. Congratulations, whoever you are.
Yeah, I wrote them.
Okay, good. Never mind. Did you tell them?
No.
Oh. Who are
You'd
they?
announce it.
Okay, let's announce it.
Let me go get it.
We have 2 winners online. Yeah.
Yeah, Liz Middleton
Liz Middleton
and Jennifer McQueen.
and Jennifer McQueen. Congratulations. You're 2 winners online. Heidi's going to text that to me, not message it to me so I can find it later.
If you were the winners online, message me. You can find me and your address so that we can get your gift out to you. That's, I think, what Stephanie usually does. I don't know what to do about this mic situation, so it's just going to stay in my hand, I guess. So we'll get them posted, the images on Rock On. The directors all had them for the lunch sets. There were had a sandwich container and a water bottle. And, oh, good. So it had one of the luncheon containers, a pink water bottle, and a little Ideal It bowl for $19. And what I did was I made some graphics. I think a lot of the directors shared it with their teams. We just didn't get it on Rock On yet, but we will. So a few years ago, what I did was I made a post, and I sold these, and then I had 50 people buy them. And I think with my tax and shipping, it's about $23. So what it comes out for me is $23 a piece. So essentially, people made a $23 donation to me, and I went and bought lunch sets. Now, I also take my commission that I make off of that, and I buy additional lunch sets using my commission because I don't want to make any money off of this. That's not my goal at all. So let's say my goal is to buy 10 of these or 20 of these, and I collect the money. I have a date. I think the 18th is my deadline because that way it gives me enough time to order them. And I collect all the money, and then I find a local cancer center, and Heather can probably talk more to this. I'm not going to cry, so just don't look at me. You look over there. So what happened a couple years ago is up in Everett at Providence, they have most hospitals have a treatment center where they're doing radiation and so forth. And my thought was that these women that come there have to bring a snack and water and something. And one of the good things about Tupperware is that, yes, it's plastic, but we don't have BPA, we don't have phthalates, and we don't have dioxins. Those are the 3 hormone-disrupting chemicals. Dioxins is what Sheryl Crow says gave her breast cancer. Whether you believe Sheryl Crow or not, that's what she says is dioxins in the water bottle. So when people say, well, I always get my water bottle cold, you don't know what happened when it came from the factory to the warehouse to the grocery store, where it sat and how it's warmed up. I mean, if it's on a hot truck traveling from Arizona, chances are that water bottle got hot and the dioxins are released. So I love that our Tupperware is all free of the 3 hormone disrupting chemicals. So at Everett in the Province, they had this thing a couple years ago where the women that were going through cancer treatment could come down. They brought them all lunch. They had somebody there to help them style wigs. They had somebody there for makeup. They had somebody there for scarves. And I was able to show up, and I had 50 lunch sets donated. And I was able to show up, and the women that were there, I was able to hand the lunch sets to, and the rest of them I left. And what they did was when the women would come in for chemo, they would give them a lunch set. And I took the dollar store and I shrink wrapped them all. I also took and I put a note on each one of them, and I said, so if Chrissy bought one, I said donated by Chrissy O'Donnell. And then I had an encouraging note, and I also put little words on there that this Tupperware is BPA, phthalate, and dioxin free. And I put that on the tag so that they knew that what they were getting was safe plastic for them to use. Now, whether you get 2 to donate or whether you get 50 to donate, I guarantee those 2 women that are going to get one, they're going to be blessed by it. So my goal is always to do 50. I made a whole bunch of different graphics so that your goal could be 10 or your goal could be 100, whichever you want that goal to be. When you get them, just call the cancer center and find out. They usually have a liaison office. So I couldn't actually go into Providence and go up to the radiation suite and hand them out. I went to the liaison office where there were volunteers, and they took them all, and then they handed them out. And it'll just depend on the different cancer centers. I don't really know. I've only worked with that one. But it's a good way to boost your sales. It's a good way to do something good for your community. It's a good way to give back. Tupperware has a whole bunch of pink stuff, but they don't necessarily give back to breast cancer. There isn't like a breast cancer promotion. So a couple years ago, I realized that and figured out that this was a way that I could give back. You don't have to donate your commission. You can keep it yourselves. I just felt like donating my commission would buy extra lunch sets that I could go and donate with. And that's up to you. And like I said, each lunch set is $23 with tax and shipping for me. So that's what I'm having people donate. And I just set up a PayPal link that they can donate to my PayPal. And then on the 18th, I will order however much money I collected towards those lunch sets. So.
And actually, Gail got one from me. Gail is a breast cancer survivor as well.
Last year, and I did something a little different last year. Last year, I went to my mom's group and I said, nominate a local mom going through cancer treatment. And then I wrapped them and I went and I donated them at those moms' house. So I spent one day and I drove around the Edmonds, Lidwood, Mill Creek kind of area. And I went to their houses and I donated the lunch sets to them because I had only sold last year. I think I only sold like 15 of them or whatever. But then I was able to go and give it to local moms in the community that were nominated by other moms. So you could also do that rather than going to a cancer center. You want to keep it local so you're not shipping them out or driving all around. But yeah, that was another thing I did.
I would, if it was me and I was going to do it and blow it up, because that's how I do things. I either do it all. I either blow it up or I don't do it at all, right? I think I would go live and I would demo them and show people what it is and what the cost is, and then ask them, to comment, and I'll send you a link for payment or whatever. And I would probably just go in and send them a Square link, so they'd just pay immediately. You know what I mean? So they have a receipt through their Square, and they'll have to tell me if this is good in placement. Miss Meyer. I'd probably go live on my personal page and say, here's something I'm passionate about. People I know and love. Personally, I get kind of like intense about cancer because it's hit my family hard. I lost a grandma and a great grandma, and my dad had cancer, and my father-in-law just got diagnosed with cancer. And so I hate it with some kind of passion. So anytime anybody asked me to run a breast cancer, like I've done a lot of breast cancer parties where I go and I do the party, and I personally just donate my commission to it. So if they're trying to do the breast cancer walk or whatever, usually they're trying to raise the $2,000 or whatever they need to walk. I donate my commission and I still let her have all the hostess stuff because I think cancer sucks. So you obviously don't have to do that. You can choose your version of it, but for me, and then I usually give them all, if they're all going to walk, I give them a gift, those that are going to walk, They wanted flask fillers at the last party. And I said, what's a flask filler? And they said, it's a little baby funnel that comes in the tiny treasures. Because they said, if you're going to make it through this walk, you need a flask. So that was they all got flask fillers for me. So that's what they asked for. So they were like, well, we want to do this. But I donated all the money. We had a great party. Because honestly, people want to support that kind of stuff. So it was, I don't even know, it was like a $1,500 party, $2,000 party. And I just handed them. And I wrote the check straight to her Susan G. Komen link, because she was going to walk, which is a tax deductible. So I got a tax break for doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, send me the link, and I just said, okay, I owe you $200 or whatever it was. I don't even know, for the party. And I just submitted the direct donation to her link for walking, and I got a tax receipt too. So, it was a win-win, right? I had a Tupperware party, I got a tax, I booked some parties, we had a great time. They got flask fillers. It was a win, right? So, but I think if you're going to do this, I would step out of your comfort zone and go live on your personal page and talk about it. Because I know a lot of you are afraid. You'll go live in your VIP or you'll do a video, but you won't do it on your personal page. And I'm not saying you should always do it on your personal page. Absolutely not. But I think this is a time where you could do that. And you just say, listen, here's what I'm passionate about. I want to demo these products. I want to tell you what I want to do with it. And I want to tell you how you can be a part. Because if it was me and my friend Jody, who sells Pampered Stuff, let's just pick a different product, and they had something that wasn't a competing product and she was doing it, I would go buy a couple sets and donate them because I hate cancer and because it's something nice I can do, and it's something that only cost me $23 times 2, or, you know, whatever. So you're going to touch a lot of people that maybe they aren't your customers, but maybe they would be, you know? But either way, people love that. They love to give. So, and it's a great way to get your name and your information out there. I would put a business card in every set you hand out. Always make sure you don't just put a note that it's from Christy O'Donnell, but not put who you are in your business. Make sure there's a business card in everything, because you don't know where that's going to end up and who's going to open it. You don't know if that girl who has breast cancer doesn't go home and opens up and her mom's sitting there and goes, I've been looking for somebody that sells Tupperware. Let me see that card. You know, you just don't know. And you know how many times I've gotten a call from somebody who got a catalog or got something from this, whatever, and I know when she tells me, when she traces it back and tells me where she got it, and I'm like, that was from 3 years ago, an event that I did one time at a, holy mother, that's the oldest catalog that's still sitting out there. And wow. I mean, I've gotten parties. I had one that she says from the Bite of Edmonds, the Taste of Edmonds. I did the Taste of Edmonds one time, so I know exactly when she got that catalog. And I was like, dang, you know, like, you've been sitting on that catalog for a while. And she was like, yeah, it's been in my desk at work. And one girl asked me for it. She handed it to her, and they called me and booked a party. And I was like, wow. Anyway, so you just don't know, right? So that's my 2 cents on Record Breaker. There's some really other cute stuff. There's cute measuring cups and spoons and all kinds of, like, there's just really cool stuff in this flyer. So I would highly recommend that you, and then we have the new flyer that's coming out in a week that has the ricer and some other really fun things in it. I mean, these are all great opportunities to go live. I will say, let's see, the Ultra Pro Magic Stack. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you with the wrong containers, but you'll understand what I'm going to show you. When they say the magic stack, this is what they mean, just so that you know, because if you have these, it's the funnest thing ever. That's why I say you should always have 2 lasagna pans. They're doing it with 2 other containers, but they're the same around. You can take, Ultra Pro pans are made to take and stack like that. So you can make you can bake a container that would house a chicken, whole chicken, or a turkey or something like that. A ham, whatever things you crazy people bake. I don't know. I would put a whole bunch of potatoes in there. That's what I would put in there. And then I would pay somebody to make a ham from here. There's a bone and there's fat. I'm out. Like, I can't. Ugh. I'll eat it, kind of. But yeah, I'm a fussy cook. I love to cook, but I'm fussy about it. I know that's shocker, but anyway, that's what they say when they say the magic stack, is that you can take those 2 containers and you can turn it into a bigger container, right? You can also, if they're deeper and shallower, you can stack them this way and bake, like, this one is not a very good example because this one's not very deep, but if this one was extra deep and you stacked like this, you can make it like the stack cooker where you have stuff on the bottom and then stuff on the top, and then you can take the lid and stack some more. So you can also tandem bake with these, which means that you start in the microwave and you put them in the oven. So like potatoes take forever to cook, but if you start them in the microwave, they don't take forever. Oh, right? Start them in the microwave. But you can start them in the microwave on this container and move them straight to the oven. I make Swedish pancakes on these. Do you guys eat Swedish pancakes? And by that I mean the ones that puff up. There's argument in our house of what they're called. My husband calls them Dutch babies, and I call them Swedish pancakes. Mm-hmm. They're yellow, and you melt butter in this, and then you move the butter all over the pan. That's part of the process. So the whole bottom of this is covered in melted butter. You have to wait till the butter bubbles in the oven, and then you go like this, and then you pour the batter. You mix the batter in the blender, and you pour the batter in here, and they puff way up. They rise like this high. Like these big, like, oh, they're so good. But you can make them in these, and they're like, it's really easy. So you can make them in the pan too, but it's just easier to make it in this. And you can just make it in the, I think you can puffed oven pancake. I mean, I think they're called, I grew up calling them Swedish pancakes. My husband grew up calling them Dutch babies. It is the, you what? Yeah, for you. I have a cookbook with them called Swedish Pancakes and a picture, so I would say I'm right. But he grew up calling them Dutch babies. So, I mean, we grew up calling things really funny things. Like his mom said funny things, so I think she's wrong. She called pajamas a sack.
I've heard that before.
You put your kid in a sack. What's wrong with you?
Maybe like a
Yeah, a sleep sack. Don't put your kid in a sack. That's terrible. bad mom. And I was like, that's pajamas.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, just put your baby in a bag. And I was like, no, you really don't put your baby in a bag. That's a bad idea. So we have debates over all kinds of things that things are called, because his mom called just weird. I'm like, who is your mother? I love her, but who says that? Anyway, so yeah, that's some of the stuff that's on sale that is going to make your record breaker when you show some of this stuff. I mean, there's some great deals going on right now, and I want you guys to all capitalize on them. Okay, let's stop and do a drawing. Should we do a drawing? Yes. Okay, you want to draw me 2 names from online too, Heidi? Okay, you tell me the names of the online people, and I will do drawing in here. A couple drawings in here. I have no idea why this ice cream soup is sitting here, but because it is, I'm going to tell you something random. Put an ice cube in this and pass it around at the party. And by the time that it gets to the person at the end, it's dripping all over them. This is coated in zinc, and the zinc naturally counteracts with the magnesium in the metal, and it will cause the ice cube to melt, just like it cuts through rock solid ice cream without. So there's a little tip and trick for you, for those of you that didn't know that.
Perfect pumpkin.
It is the perfect pumpkin scoop. You can still sell them in time to get them here for Halloween if you're quick. Okay.
They're black with red now.
They're what? And they're black with the red?
Red.
I know. They're kind of race car-ish. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a little edgy. I like edgy. Who needs cute when you can have edgy? Last 4 numbers are 8045. Yay! And the other one is 7997. Yay! Right next to you. That's so funny. Totally different numbers. Okay, Heidi, what was our numbers? Jennifer Norris, congratulations. And Bonita Smith. So you guys need to make sure you message Heidi Meyer with your address. She's going to collect that information for me. It's Heidi Adkins Meyer. If you're not friends with her, friend her, so she doesn't have to look in her other box. Send her a message with your address if you're a winner today, and she will give me a collection of addresses, and I will mail them out. And then, let's see, what else have I got to tell you today? The perk of having your husband at home is that he goes into your Google Calendar, and then you get all these wild reminders that you don't care about. I love it. Oh, he's calendaring me to death. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you guys. This is very exciting. Okay. So here's something I want to show you. Don't get me wrong, love the husband. He's just, his schedules and my schedules are different. I like to not have schedules. He likes to have lots of schedules. Run from schedules. I don't like being told what to do. No, that's a shocker. So these are our Pure knives. We have been waiting and waiting and waiting for these to come out. I'm so excited. We had the best knives ever. Tupperware took them out of the catalog. We've had them now out of the catalog for what, a year? How long has it been, Heidi? Do you remember? When did they take the other ones out?
3 years ago.
Is it longer than that?
Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen this.
No, the other ones.
The other ones.
Did you not have the nice ones? Oh, sorry for you. Oh, it's been that long. Where's time go? Okay, well, we had really nice knives. Whenever they take our nice cookware knives, whatever, when they take it away, I know they're redoing them and we're going to get a new version of them. That's what happens, but sometimes it takes a while. Clearly, this took a while. So these are, I have a really nice set of knives, and now I have these, so now I have 2 nice set of knives. Very exciting. These are our Pure knives. They are handcrafted. They are perfectly balanced, so you can, like that. Yeah, I know. Don't stand with your toe. No, just kidding. Because they're balanced, if you drop them, and I did this the other day, so I tested it on accident. If you drop them, they turn and land like this, which is really interesting. And that's a balancing thing. You get knife experts in here. They'll tell you why. I don't actually care. They'll tell you. They've told me. And I'm like, oh, I'll never remember that. You know, what I know is that you're less likely to cut your toe off. So that's the part I like. That's the part I think is exciting. But they're perfectly balanced and perfectly weighted so that when you cut, it's easy on your hand, and the weight of the knife does the cutting for you as well, which is really interesting. And you can feel it when you put your finger right here and go like this. You can feel the, whatever it is, the weight of the knife basically cut for you. This is to keep stuff from like sticking basically. So it like sheds whatever the, yeah, it does that. You like my really technical version of these? They're amazing. They're amazing. They have the Tupperware lifetime warranty. I don't understand why you would ever need to use it, short of you took it down and drug it along the freeway behind your car somehow. I don't even know. Yeah, but even then, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. But what I mean is I don't know how you would break it. They're pretty robust. So I feel like if you found a way to break it, we'd have to have a chat. Like, what were you doing with it? The chef knives, I mean, this takes, so those of you that have our knives that are in the catalog, the universal knives, those are nice everyday knives. These are culinary level knives. So to understand the difference, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the other knives. They're not at the same, they're just not at the same price point, not at the same level. These are, you get these and your husband has now decided that Tupperware is the coolest thing that has ever happened. And your cost on them, so they're worth $650-ish, and I think they're retail for what, $498? So what is our cost on that? What's 25% off?
Not 100. Oh, your hand.
So what, $398?
What's the?
I think $498 is, I think, what they're on sale for. Is that right? Ish? $459? Sorry, $459. $459 times 0.75.
344.
So $344.25. So basically, the value is $600 and some. You're basically getting for about half price. That is a fantastic. I think everybody needs to own a set. I'm just going to tell you right now. If you don't have the cash for it, go pull in a $1,000, $1,200 party and use the commission from it to buy yourself some knives. You will thank me. You will hug me later, and you'll be like, it's like going from Revereware cookware to our cookware.
It was amazing.
Which is literally mind blowing. You don't know you what you have isn't great until you have great, and then you're like, ah! And you cook and you're like, I feel like a chef. My eggs slide off the pan, like, and you don't know what you don't have until you have nicer, and then you like can't ever go back. It's like going from a gremlin to a Lamborghini. You know, like, it's literally like, what? It's kind of like when you go from a car with no cup holders to a car with cup holders. You can't go back. You're not putting that drink between your legs ever again, right? Like, it's once you have better, you don't go backwards. And that is how this set is. It has all the different sizes. It has, it even has a bread knife, which is really nice. And while most of us buy our bread sliced, sometimes you end up with things like you buy the artisan bread, or you buy some of that stuff, and if you don't have a good knife, garlic bread, you like flatten the bread trying to cut it, right? You ever been to the spaghetti factory and tried to cut the bread with one of their knives, and it's flat? It's like this big by the time you're done with it because the knives are so horrible. This is like butter. You literally cut it, and it's like you could cut it like paper thin if you want to, right? I mean, I like a big hearty piece of bread, but whatever you want to do. It has all the different sizes. It has I love these guys. It's got a serrated small one. And these, you can never have enough of these. Like, I just use and use and use and use. They don't recommend you put it in the dishwasher, and here's why. It's not that the knife won't work. This one right here, man. It's like a little shiv. You can hurt somebody with it. And this one, you can. I know, I'm evil, aren't I? What's wrong with me? Welcome to my brain. I'm like, you know, Fridays. Watch out for that girl. No. This one is really nice if you want to do an apple peel or a pear. What's the other one? The gross ones that people eat. Oh, those ones. Yeah, you know, you got to peel the skin, right? That kind of stuff. If you want to, this is really good for it. You know, or like not pears with it. I don't like any of the mango thingies, like any of the nectars. They're gross. Kiwis are okay. Oh, they're kind of slimy, but I can eat them. Yeah, apricots and mangoes and all those horrible things. Like a lot of those you want to peel the the outside of them. And this is like, you don't, like, if you're going to peel a kiwi, you know what a mess it is to peel a kiwi if you don't have a good knife? Oh, you're like trying to have kiwi for your recipe, and you got to go get another one because you mangled the one so bad you can't put it in the recipe much. So with this knife, it like makes it so much better. And then of course there's the amazing shears, which are pretty awesome. And they separate to clean, so you can cut meat with them and run these ones through the dishwasher. This scare you? No, this is like my favorite feature right there. Like, because then you can do stuff with it, right? Like, you know, I do all kinds of things I probably shouldn't. They ask you, or they don't recommend you put things in the dishwashers. Dishwashers dull knives, and what they don't clean, they lacquer on. So it honestly, this is what, and I'm not a hand cleaner. Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now. But you can squirt a little soap and just be like, run through, like, and it's done. So I tend to just do that because I want to, I mean, you don't spend that kind of money on knives and then beat them up, right? It's kind of like buying $1 million house and putting crappy shades in it, right? You just don't do it, right? You buy something nice, you take care of it, keep it nice. So that's the knives. Everybody needs them. If you don't have them in your house, you're missing out. If you don't have the money for them, go pull in orders. Go do a big fundraiser, go do a whatever, pull in enough cash so that you can buy yourself a set. They're life-changing. They're literally that amazing. They cut through things like butter. That's all I can say. And if you haven't experienced it, you won't experience it until you do it. And then you're going to be like, how did I ever live without these? And honestly, sharp knives, nice knives are safer than dull knives because sharp knives just cut right through. The dull knives slip, and that's how you end up hurting yourself. So people think sharp knives are dangerous. Dull knives are actually more dangerous than sharp knives. So these are better. And you can take them, you can use our knife sharpener if you want on them. You can take them down to, honestly, if you want them really sharp and you want to, like, every so often, which I haven't had to sharpen mine in like 5 years, but whatever. So it's going to take a while before you need to. But one of the best places to take them for like $5 is to the butcher block guy. Those guys will professionally sharpen for you for just a couple bucks. So FYI, just go take the whole block in and come back out, and it's done. So that's what I would do. But anyway, so everybody, if you don't have those, and if you know people that are looking for nice knives, like, I mean, think about it. 2 sets of nice knives and you have almost $1,000 party. Like, just think about that for 2 seconds, right? So who do you know that doesn't have, set up a vendor event. We go do the fair, and who sits over in the corner with a boom mic on? Some little dude selling cookware for $1,000. And he sells cookware set after cookware set after. Why aren't we doing that? I mean, you don't need a boom mic to do it. You can get one if you want. You can get a little karaoke mic that's like connected, and you can stick it up to a jam box and you can have your own boom mic. It's pretty easy and pretty inexpensive if you really want to. But I don't know why we aren't setting up at events and just showing cookware and just showing knives. Because that guy's still on set after set after set, sitting there talking on his little boom mic. You can buy those little, they're $20, $30, they're super cheap. Those little burners, those portable burners. You could sit there and cook a piece of chicken over and over and over. That's what he does. So, like, he has a little I'm just saying, people are looking for nice knives, nice cookware, and they already know the Tupperware name. And when you tell them it's got the Tupperware guarantee, they all have a piece of their grandma's Tupperware in their kitchen. They know the stuff lasts forever. So you're speaking their love language with that. This has the Tupperware lifetime guarantee. Let me show you the last set of knives you'll ever buy. I mean, unless we come out with another set and you want them, but whatever. So I just think we should all have them, and I honestly think if I was going to go set up a booth right now, that's probably what I would do. I'd set up knives and cookware, and I'd sit with and just cook stuff. So you sell one set of knives, and I would recruit. I'd be like, you could sign up and join my team and get these for 25% off. You know, I mean, I'm just telling you, I feel like there's a huge market right there that we're missing, because there's a little guy with the boom mic in the corner at the fair, and you've all seen him, right? How many sets does he sell right there? You don't need to have the set there. You just need to have a couple pieces or whatever you're doing and ship it straight to them. They don't want to walk out carrying a set of cookware anyway. They want it to ship to your house. So, you know what I mean? So anyway, that's my take on that. The reminders are killing me. I'm just saying. Oh, killing me. Okay. I don't have pictures of this, I don't think. Shoot. I wanted to talk about what we were... this is on sale for 1 week. I saw somebody ask the question, is it sparkly? There's yes. If you know people that are Harley Davidson people, they lose their minds over these 2 colors, I'm just saying. Market it. Every Harley Davidson person in the world, they have signage, they have jackets, they have, why not have a bowl?
There's also a football team that'd be great for free. Stand before a football game.
Tailgating?
Tailgating.
What would you put in it if you were tailgating?
Ice and beer.
Ice and beer. There you go.
Pork chops.
Or chips. That's a lot of chips. Or chicken wings. Or, I mean, I'm not asking. I'm asking, like, what? I don't ever tailgate. What would you, popcorn? What would you tailgate with? What do people tailgate with? I don't tailgate. I walk in and find a chair and sit down. For that, I'm efficient like that. They have stands in there, and I can buy food and then sit down. But what?
Peanuts in the shell.
Peanuts in the shell. That's a lot of peanuts, man. What else? What else did you put in here? I know you can bathe a small baby in here. I've done it.
You can fit 5 puppies.
You can fit 5 puppies. That was a very cute picture. What else? I want somebody to, okay, this year I have a request. Would one of you take a good picture of our season serve with Thanksgiving stuff in it? Because that picture that everybody posts makes me want to vomit.
Yeah.
It's a horrible looking picture. I get that they're showing us the Thanksgiving food, but that picture looks awful. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know who took it.
All the stuff shows
Oh,
up.
that's, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It does not make me feel like buying that container because I just go, ooh, that food looks awful. There's got to be a better picture. That's all I'm saying. Well, I want all of you at Thanksgiving to take the serving center with food and take a picture and upload it to me. I'll pick the best one. Yeah, we'll save it for the years to come.
And we can brand it our own.
We can brand it our own. I'm sure that it wasn't somebody in our team that even took that picture. It's some picture that's been, it's horrible.
You can find it on Google.
I mean, it's very unappetizing. It's like when people go, oh, buy this food, and they show a picture of the food, and I'm like, I don't want whatever you're serving that in because that food makes me ill. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. You have to remember that no matter how good it tastes, if the food looks awful, nobody's going to buy your pressure cooker or your stack cooker or your whatever. So keep that in mind. Like, goulash, not the best choice. I'm just saying. Okay, it doesn't look good. It may taste amazing, but if it looks like dog vomit, nobody's going to buy your container. I'm just saying. So and I think people don't think about that. They just go, oh, look at this, great. And I'm like, I'm flipping through that image as fast as I can, and that's what everybody else is doing too. So remember, whatever you're cooking has to kind of look appetizing as well. Please, for at least me, like, don't post the ugly food. It's awful. But honestly, that's just something I've been wanting to say for quite some time. Like, oh, but we do need I think the serving center is amazing for Thanksgiving. I usually I get tasked to show up with meat and cheese trays because my meat and cheese costs more than turkey because I'm like that. I'm that person. Because I like good stuff and they know I like good stuff, so they always assign me that, and I'm like, because I can't do it halfway. I'm not going to bring crappy cheese and meat. I have to go all fancy, and then it's so good, right? I don't even want the Thanksgiving food. I'll just eat the meat and cheese. Kalamata olives. Oh, yum, so good. Oh, yum, yum. Anyway, so that's on sale for $13. I would say, how many of those can you sell this week? Because that's huge, right? And that'll boost your October record breaker, right? And if you can, we did a challenge years ago. So go in and calculate. I always go in and calculate, like, ship to your door X price, 5 ship to your door X price. Do you have any girlfriends that want these? Because the shipping goes way down when you do the 5 ship to your door. Do you have 5 friends? Because if you say, do you want one of these and you have 5 friends or whatever, I don't know, you have to figure out what the price, may not be 5, but you have to figure out what the price point is and that they can actually get something. But if you have you plus 9 friends and I ship 10 to, here's the price per person and here's what I give you for free, and you can throw a thank you gift in there or something. People will go get,
16.
It takes 16 of them to get to what, 300?
To get you to 200.
So thank you gift. Okay. So 16 bowls. Or you could say, because if you have 16 friends or 15 friends or whatever that, would want this, or if you're going to give gifts, doctors' offices and places like that give presents to their, this is another thing, another way to make money this fall, is that all of the dentist's office, doctor's office, any small business with 20 employees, 30 employees, they give gifts to their people, and they give them $20 Safeway gift cards or $50 Safeway gift card. Okay. Well, that's nice and all. Nobody really wants it. It's not that exciting. You know what I mean? It's fine. But we love a little gift wrap thing. One year I went around and I talked to different doctors' offices and I sold tons of them. I brought in a sample. I did 2 or 3 of them. I did a soup and sandwich one time, and I made I had a soup mug and a sandwich keeper and I think I might have done a little packet of soup, and I made it cute. I don't know what it was. And I was like $20 or $25. It was whatever. I figured it out and kind of out of the gift wrap. I made the whole thing, and I'll put a to from tag on, or I can even put a from doctor or whatever. And I said, I would do this for you. Oh my gosh. I got so much business out of that. And you're getting to put your name in these, like, think about the 25 people that are getting this with your name in it that don't know that you sell Tupperware. But doctors think that kind of thing is fantastic because they just want to give you their credit card and they don't want to think about it. And I guarantee you their wife doesn't want to think about it either. Because that's who got that job. I'm just saying. You're all a wife and you know what I'm talking about, right? And it's like, Kirk used to give me crappy jobs like that. And I'd be like, I got Tupperware in the garage. You can just do it yourself. And he's like, can you do it? No. He's like, I need 5 presents for the ladies at work. Like, I don't want your job. So there are plenty of small businesses if you can reach out to. And if you get one and you get it handled, then you say, I have a thank you gift for your wife. You're saying this to the said doctor, said dentist, said chiropractor, said whatever. I have a gift for your wife for every doctor or chiropractor or dentist because they all have friends, right? That you refer me to that also does this for their, that I can use you as a referral. Oh, well, here's my friend so-and-so, here's my friend so-and-so, right? All it takes is one to get you in. Kind of like the PTA, you got to know somebody. You know what I'm talking about? You got to have an in. So these are all ways that you can build your fall business. And these are ways, none of these are the end all. Obviously, partying is the end all, but this is like the gravy. This is how you get your name out there, kind of the passive marketing, right? We have the aggressive marketing, we're booking parties. And then we have all the passive ways, all the other things that you work on that get your name out there because you don't know. It's selling, but it's great because if you can get 20 orders of 25, I mean, that's a great order. But what you're really excited about is that your name just got sent to 25 people in a really awesome way, right? And honestly, I would probably put more than just my business card in there. I'd probably like inside a container, put a flyer in it, like fold it out. I mean, that's just me because I would probably try to be a little more excitable about it. But so that is what I would do as far as, the fall and that. And then let's see, there was one other thing I was going to tell you guys. We're almost done. Is there any questions? Is there any questions online? Is there anything anybody's dying to know with regard to Record Breaker, the fall, Christmas? Yes?
When are you going to get the Record Breaker brochure?
They are supposedly on way. Tupperware back ordered them or something. They've shipped, but they're on delay. So I should have had them already. Yes, well, yes. Record Breaker started already. So Record Breaker started, it's a weekend, we're a weekend, so we have 3 more weeks of it, and my brochures haven't shown up. Yes, isn't that fantastic? They should be here any day. I have the other flyers, the toy flyers and stuff coming too, and more of those flyers. Like everything is on. God bless marketing. That's all I have to say. Is there any questions with regard to Record Breaker or this fall, or any questions with your business that anything you're stuck on that you want me to go over really quick? We have about 10 minutes, but I'll give you guys open mic time. And what I mean by that is I'll answer your questions. Hey. Hello, Mr. Jeff. Yeah, no, that would be Kirk. Bye. Thank you. Any questions? No? You guys are all quiet. Any burning questions you've been dying to ask? Yes. I would love to hear it. Oh.
I'm looking at
Mm-hmm.
the flyer
Mm-hmm.
and on page 7.
So she's looking at the new flyer so that everybody on Zoom can hear. The new flyer, page 7.
Save more.
Uh-huh.
Crystal Wave 12-piece set A through C, but I keep counting them and I'm not coming up with the 12 piece. So I need clarification, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have to count the 2 on the ground.
Everything you see on the page.
Yes. But I want to talk about this for a second. Thank you for asking that question because that prompts me to a whole other thing. Don't sell them Crystal Wave if you can sell them Bent and Serve. And that's a home party, Facebook party faux pas thing that like happens in the world of cut and paste. I will go into a party and I will set out the Crystal Wave and I'll set out the Vent and Serve and say, I'm going to show you something, but I don't want you to buy it. The whole room goes silent and listens the minute I say that. I'm going to show you something, but I don't want you to buy it. And I do a demo on Crystal Wave. And I say, okay, stop. I realize they're on sale, but I want to demo them. And then I do a demo on Vent and Serve and say, these are a far superior product. Yes, the price point is higher because you're getting like 4 times the container. And here's why this one is so much better. You're going to end up over time replacing the Crystal Wave because it's going to pit, it's going to stain, it's going to do different. It doesn't go in the freezer, it only goes in the fridge. Like, and I go through all the different things. I'm like, it's great for just a container if you don't care and you're going to send it off to college and they're probably going to lose it anyway. Great. But if you want the Primo container, this is what you want. I demo the Vent and Serve and I say, I realize the Crystal Wave set is on sale, but you can get this whole Vent and Serve set for free or half price if you book a party. And it's a huge party pitch and it works. I might sell 1 set of those, but all the other people will book a party or they'll buy the Vent and Serve set. I'm like, I'm just going to tell you that these are not my favorite. They're good and they're better than any bowl you'll buy in Safeway, right? However, they're good and we have good or great. Do you want great or do you want good? I always want great. When I am offered the opportunity of good or great, I choose great every time. Because if I'm going to spend money, I'd rather spend a little bit more and get better. That's just me. If you don't, and so I do a full demo on both sets. So I use these as a huge opportunity. To me, this is a party booking opportunity. This is not a sales opportunity. I'm going to go in here and sell them something else. I'll sell them a ricer, or I'll sell them Ultra Pro, or I'll sell them, you know what I mean? I'll sell them something else in here that I can be passionate about. I do think that loaf thing is kind of cool. Because that's like, kind of like the cheese container. Because I store my cheese in one of these. My Tillamook cheese, because you don't have to wrap it. You don't have to put the rubber band on it. You don't have to put a saran wrap or any of that on it because the cheese stays fresh inside here. So I just put a block in there that's just wide open and I stick the lid on, stick it in the fridge. I don't have hard cheese. It's the best ever. So it obviously would be fine for, this one looks like it's a little bit bigger. Huh? The nice if you have one that's a little bit bigger too is you could have multiple kinds of cheese all on the same block. Mine just holds a Tillamook block and that's it. I think this one's a little bit bigger. I don't have the sample, so it didn't show up yet. I think it's on back order too. God bless marketing. Anyway, but, and this thing's so cute. This little silicone thing with all the little tiny, I just want to make ice cubes or something. I don't even know. I'm like, this kind of stuff makes me happy. Like, you know, you can use these kind of things to make the best ice cubes ever for the funnest party. Like, I'm serious. If you go pre-make some punch or whatever, put it in the freezer or even like, I don't know, freeze ice cream or something, and then drop them in the punch in fun shapes, it makes the punch like the coolest ever. And the chip and dip bowl is the fantastic punch bowl. You just need a clear ladle. Just go buy a cheap clear ladle. Like, it's the best punch bowl, I'm just saying. And if you have fun little floaties, it's even more fun. Anyway, sorry, I'm totally jumping topic here, but I love the Crystal Wave on sale because that gives me an opportunity to book parties. I try really hard not to sell the Crystal Wave on sale, which seems counterproductive. But you know what they come up to me after the party and say? I want to buy from you. I'm so thankful from you because of how honest you were with us. You told us not to buy this. And that to people is, and I don't understand why the whole world isn't honest. So I'm always going to tell you that's not my favorite. I like this. If they say, well, what about that? I'm like, save your money. Let's buy something over here. This one's just okay, but this one's amazing, right? And so I feel like I earned their loyalty as, I mean, and the rub with Facebook, and I'm not anti-Facebook, I love Facebook, but the rub with it is we have a lack of training. We have a lot of people that cut and paste and sell a lot of things like this without the knowledge of how to, like, I could use this to sell Vent. And I'm not saying they can't learn. I'm just saying at the rapid rate of which we recruit and the way things are, they just they can cut and paste a demo and throw a picture on there and they don't know. They don't know that this isn't as good. They don't know that I would rather sell Vent and Serve, you know? So this is me, obviously, all of you wonderful people that only do Facebook, this is me empowering you to book more parties with Vent and Serve. And it, like I said, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the Crystal Wave. It's just a far inferior product when you have it next to Vent and Serve. And when you understand the difference, it's just night and day. Like, Vent and Serve doesn't pit, doesn't stain, doesn't go straight from the freezer into the microwave without cracking. You can drop it. You can put it over your head. It's like bulletproof. Don't try that.
I love the Vent Serve, but the lids don't.
The new lids do. The new lids do.
Oh.
They redid them.
When did they redo
They
them?
redo
If you order a warranty lid right now, it comes with a new lid.
Because we were just talking about
Mhm.
that. The Veggie Serves, I can't stand it.
Yeah. So they redid the lids. So where the Vent and Serve lids were having a problem was the corners. And the corners would get kind of weird and then you couldn't get them sealed.
Yeah.
So they've redesigned the lid. I wish I had one. Let me see. Hold on. The don't have the problem. It's only squares and rectangles that have. I'm gonna see if one of these has the. Yes. Okay. I can show you. People on Zoom are going to be can't see this, but if you look at this lid, there's no corners. You see the difference? It's just on the side. They've taken the corners out, and these seal fantastically with no problems.
So if we warranty.
If you warranty a lid, you get the new one. And they made no announcement of this, by the way, so it's not like I didn't announce it. They just started showing up. And then I asked, I was like, hey, I was a corporate, what up with the new vent and servo? They're like, oh yeah, we changed those. I'm like, thanks for telling us. So if you warranty, you actually get the new lid, and there's no corner, so it doesn't do that weird corner thing that it was doing for a while. I know, you're welcome. I just made everybody's aha moment today, didn't I? And here I wanted you to learn about record breaker. What? Right, that's this. Yeah, it's because they can't get the corners down.
No, it's not because they can't get the corners down. They're saying the lids fall off.
Oh, this does not fall off. This goes on. I'm kidding you not. Like, they solved all the problems with this. Like, it's kind of amazing. Like I've gotten maybe 3 or 4 of them via warranty personally, and they in my personal cupboard. And it's all about me, right? Because I was starting to get frustrated. Like, what the heck? I know. I mean, it just goes on so nice. Like, I kid you not, so nice. It just pops on, and it's not hard to put on, but it snaps. You can hear it snap. I'm just saying. Well, aren't you glad you came now? Yeah. Right? all the things that you learned, right? So yeah, that was a good question. Thank you for asking that question. I love questions because they always prompt all these little random pieces of brain information. The round ones are fine. If it's loose, order a warranty one. You can warranty a lid. Yeah. If it's loose, warranty your lid. Do it. Yeah. If you have one that came, not correct. So just so you guys all know, the lids are made in one machine. The bases are made in another machine, and they're not even always made in the same country. So sometimes something gets a little off. I asked one of the guys at the factory, like, how does that happen? Like, where they don't fit all of a sudden. We went through a batch of That's a Bull lids for a while. We had like a whole year of I could kill somebody because the That's a Bull lids, like, took a sumo wrestler to get sealed. It was, they were just like, oh, and you just, I mean, I warranty one lady. I finally called and it said, for the love, I cannot send this lady one more lid. There's clearly something wrong. So you've got a bad batch, you got a whatever, can you please toss them and start over? Because they have those bins of lids. I'm like, every one of them in there is bad, right? What happened? I asked the guy, I said, you've been making the same lid for forever. The mold is the same. Like, how does that happen? He said, it's when the plastic gets a little too hot. If the degree gets off just a little bit, it just ever so slightly changes it coming off and it's coming off one seal, and this is coming out of one machine. This is coming out of another, right? And the two have to marry. And every once in a while, something just gets half a degree off. Isn't that crazy? The precision of which we make things and the exact, I mean, I'm just there again in June, and I'm in awe every time I go of just the precision of which we do. It's amazing. These machines and the $1 million molds that, I mean, just, it's mind blowing.
So that's why some seals don't snap. They feel like they're a little loose.
You're probably just a bad seal. Yeah. I mean, every once in a while, something just gets off. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. So those are good questions, though. I mean, I'm glad you asked those questions because that prompts me to answer I got all kinds of information in here. You just have to ask the right question. Is there anything else you guys want to know? Just a couple more minutes. We're going to be done. No? Is there anything anybody's online dying to know? Yes. Is there anything I can address?
No, I don't think so. They want, whatever you said about the ice cream scoop.
The ice cream scoop? Oh, that was a long time ago. The cute pink bag is not for you. That's an old bag.
Warranty on the knives.
The warranty on the knives? They have a lifetime warranty. You'd have to mail them back to corporate, just like the cookware, but you're not going to have to. because they're not going to break. There's no nonstick surface to come off or any, like there's no, the first person that warranties them, I'd like to see a picture of it and hear what you did to it because I would be shocked. That's all I'm going to say about it. I have had the other set that I had that's the last version of these. I think we came out with the cookware in 03 in October of 2003. I could not tell you why I know that, but I do. So our first set of cookware came out in 03, and then the knives came out shortly thereafter. So we had that set for, I don't even know. What I said about ice cream is the metal is coated in zinc, and the zinc is naturally counteracts with the magnesium of the metal, and that's what causes the ice cream, ice cube, ice whatever to melt. So it's the zinc. It's also why we don't recommend you put it in the dishwasher, because over time the zinc will come off, and then it won't work as effectively. It won't explode like the Pampered Chef one. Just telling you, saying that out loud. I'm not knocking Pampered Chef. I'm just saying they have something that they put into their handles. They call it warming liquid, otherwise known as antifreeze. That's what's in their, their Chilzine platters, whatever. There's a fluid in there. Ours don't have any fluid. There's no fluids in ours. But theirs, they tell you not to put in the dishwasher because it can explode. That's and any of the other brands that might have any kind of liquid inside them, that is what could happen, is that it could explode. So just know that that's a thing. We don't have anything, but we don't recommend you put it in the dishwasher because it's coated in zinc and the zinc will wear off. But to be totally honest, it's ice cream. You go like this under hot water for 2 seconds, you don't even have to rub it, it's clean. Like, come on. Like, it doesn't require any like scrubbing. I mean, come on, you just and throw it, it's done, right? Yes, I have an answer.
On the Ultra 2 quartsware that they just permanently closed.
Yes.
Is that going to come back?
I have no idea, but we've had it many times over the years. My guess is we broke a mold. If I had to guess, we broke a mold somewhere. And when they break a mold, if you've been to the factory and you learn, they have to take it off the machine and they have to take it back to the repair thing, and it takes them sometimes months to work on, because it's not just like a little tiny thing. And when they pull something off the machine, so they make, let's say the ice cream scoop is going to go on sale and they start making ice cream. I'm just making something up here. But they make them like 3-4 weeks before ahead of time. They're making them so that when it goes on sale, they already have them. So the problem is that when something breaks, they have to pull it off the machine. You're going in the hole. They can't recover from by the time that they put it back on, you're a mess of behind. They can't, they're months, and anyway. So it's easier to just deplete inventory and be done with it. So the fact that they put it in the starter kit and then it went away right away tells me they probably broke something somewhere, because I don't think they would have put it in the starter kit if they would have known they had limited inventory. That doesn't make any sense to me, because the starter kit, you have hundreds and hundreds of them going out. So they didn't communicate with us what happened, but my guess is they broke a mold. It is a great size. Right after I made the video, I'm like, I'm not making another one, so just deal with it. Just tell them they get a more amazing one. I mean, honestly, all the Ultra Pro is amazing, so you can't, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just pick a different one. I mean, get some more. But questions about any of that? Anything else?
Yeah, the 2 big bowls. Until Friday, right?
Yep, use the same item number. The 2 big bowls. This sale was a 2-piece set for $39. They extended the sale a week. Use the same number. I'll post about it, but it wasn't. I got the information late last night, and I was not allowed to tell you until the week was over. So when I get that kind of information, I can't say anything. I just have to smile and wait. And then I was busy coming here this morning, so I couldn't be bothered to post because I'm here with you, because I'm present, right? So we can sell more of these. Honestly, if you're selling the 5-piece bowl set, you should definitely add on the bigger bowl. But that's a mega bowl, because everybody needs to bathe the baby in one of those cute bowls, right? I mean, I don't know, whatever you want to do with it, it's great. Any other questions? How are we doing online? We're good? Everybody's awesome? So I want to know, we're going to do a drawing, but I want to know from everybody in the room, and I want to know from everybody at home. So maybe Heidi's going to make a post for me right now because she loves me. She's giving me the stink eye. No, just kidding. She's going to make a post for me that has to do with this meeting. And I want to know, and I'm going to go around the room real quick. I want to know what your record breaker goal is. If you have a team, I want to know what your personal goal is and your team is. If you don't have a team, then just what your personal goal is. I want to know, yeah, I hear a sigh over here. Because this is all about, I don't want you to tell me something that makes me feel good. Because it doesn't make me feel good if you don't do it. Okay? I want you to tell me something that you're going to squeeze blood out of your finger and write in blood and say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get scrappy. I'm going to have a barf-tastic goal. I'm going to go kill it because that's what I'm going to do because I'm that girl. Because I'm a rock-on girl and rock-on girls are barf-tastic. You know? One year we talked about getting our husbands shirts that said we clean up the puke. Because we have barf-tastic and we clean up the puke, right? Wouldn't that be the best? I think it'd be hilarious. I'm not sure everybody else would appreciate it as much as we did, but I might do it for Jubilee sometime. You never know. Watch out. Fun night. Barf-tastic. Anyway, sorry. Welcome to my demented mind. I'm going to go around the room, but Heidi's going to do a post and just says, what's your record breaker goal? And I will go through the record breaker goal, and every 30 comments online, I will do a drawing and I will draw a winner. Okay. But in the room, I'm just going to call you out and make you tell me what it is because winners show up. All right. So Brenda, what's your goal?
Sell a set of those knives.
Sell a set of those knives. Okay.
Yes.
That's a fantastic goal, but what's your dollar goal for the month? I do want you to sell a set of those knives. But what's your dollar goal? October for record breaker. What's your goal?
I'll go 900.
900. All right. Cheryl, what's your goal?
1500.
I love it. 1500. That's my girl. Gail. Is it Gail? No. Angela. Sorry. Gail. This one's Gail, right? Yes. Sorry. Angela, what is your goal?
$1,200.
$1,200. I love it. Look at you. I love it. It's barf-tastic. I can see it all over her face. It's perfect. If it makes you feel a little ill, it's perfect. If you say it and it's too easy, that's not a goal. That's just a task, right? We're all about goals. Okay, Deborah, what's your goal?
My personal goal is blowing past 4,000.
Okay.
And my team goal is 20,000.
4,020. I love it. That's a maximum bonus right there. Gail, right? Gail. And you're brand new?
Yeah.
Welcome. So excited to have you. Okay, Heather.
3,000 in personal sales.
Woo!
and back up to manager.
That's my girl right there. 3,000 in personal sales and stepping back up to manager.
Makes me want to buy.
All right, what's your goal, my dear? 2,500. What's your biggest number so far?
2481.
Oh, I don't know. That's a $60 change. I don't know. I feel like 3,000 might be just a little bit like, oh, perfect. 3,000 it is. All right. Oh, yeah, we were setting you up, right? I'm sorry. What did we say?
We'll try the 3.
Try?
No, no.
Try not. Do or do not. There is no try. We're gonna pull a little Yoda out of here. Like we're not trying. We're doing. If you're gonna sell 3,000, that's more than you need for a team, right? Okay. You missed 100% of the shots you don't take, right? That's what I'm saying. All right. What's your goal, my dear? 500. I love it.
I stepped on a shelf and I made some coffee and I took him and showed them and also we found a big coffee.
I love it.
And the people were so really like it.
I love it. What's your goal, my dear? You're gonna make 100? Well then, here we go. Sign yourself up for a vendor event. Sign yourself up for a vendor event with the holidays. That's a really good way to get yourself out there and get some sales and get some contact. Absolutely. All right, what's your goal?
I usually just do several.
So 200? All right. What's your goal? Oh, look at her face. I love it. It's going to make her puke. Yes. I love it. What's your goal?
1,500.
Woohoo! 1,500. All right. How about a recruit too?
I'd like to have 3.
Okay, I'll do 3. Let's do it. Try not. Do or do not. There is no try. All right, let's do it. Make it so. Make it happen. All right.
8,500 personal.
Woohoo! Chrissy's going for 8,500. Did you see that, everybody? She's right. She said it out loud.
And 30,000 team.
30,000. What's your team? What's your team's max?
Well, it's changed a lot.
This year, actually, I should go for more, but.
Okay, 40. I heard 40. Did you hear
Our
40?
team has done 40.
I heard 40.
Yeah.
Okay, 40 it is. Perfect. All right. She's going, oh, okay, Kristen. Okay, what's your goal?
Like to sell something. It seems like I tried, I almost sold something the other day, but when they wanted to charge the $9 shipping, they said, sorry. I
So
can't
sign yourself up for a vendor event where you can get a table. Yes. This is the time of year where there's 2 times a year where they're readily available. Much easier to find them in the spring, like when we're getting into spring fairs and things like that, street fairs, and then the holidays or winter times, their schools and things like that start having tables, and churches and bazaars and yeah, any of that kind of stuff. Just go looking for it. You can usually Google and find. All right, what's your goal, my dear?
3,500.
Okay, hold on. If you're going to try to sell 3,500, why would you not just go for 4,000? There's more money in it. All right, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. 4,000.
And we said our marching goal was 11,500. So
Perfect. Let's go for 12,500. Let's just go for it. Okay, 12,500. Perfect. All right, Nancy. 12,500. Did you hear that? She said 11,500, but we're like 12,500. You what?
I'm sorry.
12,500, 4,000. It'll be great. She did it, not me. You can blame me. You can always throw me under the bus. I'll take that. All right.
I have.
Oh, I love it. Elizabeth's going for 5,000. How many recruits are we going to get? Because you told me you were hungry for recruits.
Oh, I got 3 this last week. Like, I'm talking to a couple.
Yeah. So we're going for 10?
5.
3 a week, 3, 6, 9, 12. I think 10 is a great number. You can do, I think she can do 3 a week. What do you think? Okay, 10. So Elizabeth's gone for 5,000 personal and 10 new recruits.
You go for director, you got to
Hey, listen, you just got to tear it up, right? All right.
4,000 in personal.
Woohoo! Have you sold 4,000 before?
32.
Okay, so that's a stretch. I'll give you that.
4 personal. 7,500.
Woohoo! Yay! 7,500 teams. I love this. I love
And I
this.
want one of my first prices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's step up some. Let's do 2. Why not? Let's just get 2. Let's just do 2. Let's just get 2 out. Because then you have your 2 for director and you're good. See? And then you'll shoot for 4 after that for the trips. It'll be great. All right. What's your goal?
My goal is 500.
500. I love it.
I'm going to do this.
Yes, you are. Do it. Barftastic. You got this, right? You can barf. Hey, we're all barfing together. It's going to be fantastic. All right. What's your goal, my dear? I love it. Good job. You can do it? Yes, you can. Yes. That's the right answer. Yes. Yes, that's right. All right, Miss Meyer. What's your goal? She knows better than throw that one out. No way. I mean, personal, sure. Oh, I thought you were talking about team. I'm like, that's a joke. What's your goal, Miss Meyer?
Well, it's always 4,000 personal.
And what's your team?
My team is 25,000.
Okay, 25,000 team, personal team. I love it. Do you have an org goal too?
So our org goal is a little bit different because we do have org goals for each of my teams. Our org goal is 4 managers per team. We have 8 teams.
I like that.
Our goal is 32 new managers throughout my org.
I like
We
that.
decided because if we did that times the 2,500 each, we would get.
Yeah, but you get it. It's more smarter. It's a smarter version of the sales.
I want mine to be managers. I want each team to have 4 new managers. That's
Okay, directors, did you hear Heidi's goal? I think that's a fantastic goal. So her org goal is 4 new managers per her director teams, and there's 5?
We have 8 total.
Sorry, 8 director teams. So 8 times 5 is 30, 32 new. No. I was like, I don't think that's right, but okay. We can't math, but we can still jump away. There's calculators for that. So she's gone for 40 new org managers. That's huge. I think you said 34 earlier and then 32. That's pretty funny, actually. I mean, my daughter does not need anything right now. I'll just tell you that right now. Whatever it is she thinks she needs, she does not need. So I think that's a great goal, and I love it. If you think about it, that's 2,500 in sales times 40. What is that? What's the dollar amount of
8
that?
times 4. No, what is 8 times 4?
32.
8 times 4 is 32, and it's not 40. So neither of us can math. It's 32.
Okay, whatever. So 32. Pick a number. 32 times 2,500 is what?
80,000.
80,000. I like this. I like the way we look at this.
So in our org, it's more like a
Right.
$360,000 goal,
Right.
but that's.
But here's the thing. When you when you get the new manager sales, it's and I say this with love, so nobody get butthurt about me saying this, but it's the smarter version of the sales. You're getting a leader, you're getting somebody who's excited, you're getting new team members, you're getting all of the things, right? You're not just getting $2,500 in sales. It's like having a $1,000 party with no datings. Like, it's actually the $1,000 party with 5 datings is a better version. This is like that. It's amazing. So I love that idea of that goal. I think that's a great way to look at it. So I think, listen, I'm going for rock on for 50. I'd love for Heidi to do 32 in her org because that means we would be like at 100. So let's do it. So anyway, I'm excited about Record Breaker. I'm excited about all the new managers. I'm excited for all you to come back and have stepped up a level, whatever that level is. So, I mean, because when you step up, you triple your business. Remember that? And who does not want to triple their business? And I think that a really smart thing for you guys. Okay, you all just told me your goal. Write it down somewhere. You saw me post that note that I wrote that said a handwritten goal is powerful. That's my handwriting, writing that down. I took a picture of me writing that down. You handwrite your goal. Put it somewhere where you can see. Post it on my goals. Right? I make a vision board, whatever you got to do, but looking at it like that is huge and it's powerful. And I want that for all of you. So that's all I've got for you guys. I'm excited about Record Breaker. So those of you guys on Zoom, mwah, mwah, mwah. Heidi is posting for me, or has posted, or is close to posting something about Record Breaker goals for me. Oh, she already did it. So it's on the team page. So comment on there with what your goals are for Record Breaker, because I want to hear them. It's very exciting. And I will, every 30 comments, I will do a drawing and draw a prize. Okay. So see you guys. You can shut that bad boy off.